to cellulosic biofuels, BP is investing in the research and technology development in biobutanol. We have, which is an advanced form of a molecule from ethanol. And for example, if you think about what's the value of biobutanol, if you have gas blends today at 10% of ethanol, you can actually have a gas blend of 16% with biobutanol. So you can load more into a standard engine than you can with ethanol. And you actually then can have a mix that can potentially reduce greenhouse gases nearly twice as much as you did from the ethanol mix. It's also less susceptible to separation, so it isn't as adverse to water than standard ethanol blends, and that means it can be easier put in the supply chain. Some people talk about drop-ins. That means it can go into the supply chain without major modifications from the storage side to the gas side or even to today's engines. So that's a really interesting technology that we've been advancing with DuPont. We actually created a joint venture with them 2 years ago. It's called Butamax Advanced Biofuels, and since then we've made tremendous progress. We've filed for a number of patents on our proprietary technology, including biocatalysts, bioprocessing, and fuels. And in fact, a number of our patent applications have been successfully accepted to the USPTO's Green Technology Pilot Programs, which gave us accelerated review. So we've been able to go quickly through the patent process. And as of last December, we were granted important patents for fermentation production of our 4-carbon alcohol. And this biocatalyst patent is a reflection of the first mover position that we've taken as Butamax. And it's just an indication of the portfolio that we're developing around technology for Butamax that's going to allow us to commercialize very successfully going forward. And in the meantime, we've been building a biofuels technology, a biobutanol technology demonstration unit, as you see right here. This is actually based in Hull in the UK. And that technology is getting ready to be proven at scale. And as we look to how we'll position this for commercial launch in the 2012-2013 timeframe, you'll see us going commercial here in the U.S. And it wouldn't be worth talking about how we're going to get there if we didn't talk about people. And so one of the significant investments that we've learned in this industry has been investing in science and technology, is really thinking about how do we build and maintain and recruit the right set of technologists, researchers, scientists, so that we can identify and retain and grow a staff both near term and long term. And currently, for example, if you look at the 120 scientists we have out here already, we have a plan in the next 12 months to bring another 50 scientists in. So it's going to take really specialists in the fields of agronomy, synthetic biology, process engineering, fermentation. All these biosciences have to be brought together, and it's going to take a large-scale investment to make it happen. And in short, we're after the best and the brightest talent, including graduates from universities like this, so that we're able to design programs to bring them forward. We're thinking of internship programs. We're trying to link in to early stages so that we'll be able to create a premier technology base going forward and be an employer of choice in San Diego as well as elsewhere in the U.S. And so finally, to talk about advanced biofuels is a conversation without talking about government. And this reminded me of the conversations from this morning. What we found in this space is that stability and certainty in the existing government programs are extremely vital. We've got to have a long-term view of this industry for investors and developers to see a secure market. The congressional support that's short-term or has uncertain time frames or evolves into financial risk and uncertainty. And policy changes, even if they're small, actually just add to this flavor of uncertainty. And good intentions can turn into difficulties for growing the industry. We need a stable framework to support the evolving industry in order for us to achieve these energy goals of the U.S. And the framework must contain a set of transitional support mechanisms and bridge this nascent industry going forward. So in close, I hope this afternoon I've been able to let you see the potential that this industry has and the role that we could play in sustaining biofuels. The momentum for cellulosic biofuels is here. We're building it rapidly. We've got a team of scientists and researchers that are focusing on the most promising opportunities and game-changing technologies. And while we have our sights set on the best talent in the industry, we're hoping to continue to grow that in San Diego. The confidence I have is that I can see the feedstocks being grown. We have farms being built. The conversion technology is ready to go. We are making that cellulosic ethanol today. We are seeing that we can use partnerships to develop and fulfill some of the gaps that we have in the industry. And we're hoping that we can continue to work with the government to maintain relative stability in the industry. And as I said at the beginning, there are a number of similarities and challenges that both the biofuels industry faces, as well as the industries that you're involved in going forward. And perhaps the most striking similarity about these various industries is how exciting how exciting the challenges that we face and the opportunity that we have in front of us. And it's exciting and feeling of determination that I think reminds me of the speech that almost 50 years ago President Kennedy gave around the U.S. space program, when he said, "We choose to go to the moon this decade and do other things, not because they're easy, but because they are hard, because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because the challenge is one that we're willing to accept and one we're unwilling to postpone, and then one that we are willing to win." And I actually think that's how I hold biofuels. It's a tremendous opportunity, it's a tremendous challenge, but when we win, it's going to be incredible. I can think about biofuels in general, but I can think about this renewable energy space as a whole. And that's why I'm excited about being here, and that's why I wish all of you the best in your ability to address this challenge. This is the biggest challenge of the 21st century, and it's something we have in front of us and that we can solve. So thank you.